In this video, you've given me permission to video this and record this and use it for marketing purposes. The only question I'm going to answer on video in a public domain like this is how to bring money into India, especially if you're in a private person program, and how to bring that money into India, how to leverage money that's outside of India in a private person program. I'm just going to give you the answer that I would give to anybody. So because we have a few Indian clients, a lot of Indian clients, and we work with a lot of firms in India, I have a two-part strategy. In India, when it comes to exporting money out, this is export money out, send money out, however you want to say it. There's two ways of doing it. Part A, you can send money up to $450,000 USD if it's personal funds. So let's say I wanted to sell you some kind of a real estate transaction. Hey, I've got a real estate transaction. Can you send some money and become an investor to me? Which, just so you know, I don't solicit by that. So you would send $450,000 if you're using a personal account, personal name like that. From a corporate perspective, export money out of India, sorry, I should say B, using a corporation, is your net worth multiplied by 4. So if your net worth is $1 million USD, you can send out $4 million USD. So that's the law as last time I checked in India from the clients we work with this year with India on money out. Now, how I would do it is if you work in a private person with a private person provider outside of India, which all the legitimate ones that I know of, the private person platform is out of India. This is the same formula I would use for the money to come into my account. If I was based in India, I would say I have a wife, she can make $450,000 a year, and this money goes to my wife. Or if you have a mistress, if you want if you have a girlfriend, you can send my girlfriend $450,000 a year. My wife and I get 4 times our net worth sent to that personally. I was joking about the mistress, just so you know. Okay, so that's part one of what I would do. Now, when you go in a private person program, you're going to make a lot of money. Our hybrid program in the new year only pays out $5 million. The private person program platforms that we consult with, for every $6 million that the client puts up, the platform, not Taimour Zaman, gives them $70 million. For clients who want to participate in the platforms that we consult with, we introduce clients to a registered dealer broker. So let's talk about private person program. So let's say you're going to make $70 million per month. I'm just going to say that as an example. In month 1, month 2, month 3, like that. What I would do if I were you is I would retain an international law firm to become my paymaster. And I'm not looking for a divorce lawyer. A divorce lawyer may charge $5,000 for divorce. Sending his bank account $70 million a month, you're going to get a lot of attention. That lawyer's account will get like blocked like that. I'm going to go to a traffic attorney. You know, I don't know how much a driving attorney charges. Like, I wouldn't go to any of these guys. I would go to an international law firm that sees that their bank account sees millions of dollars in and out, in and out, in and out. And I would ask that law firm to become your law firm to represent you. And I would tell the private person platform to pay that law firm's escrow account.
Okay.
So now you don't have money with me, with my uncle, with my friends. You've got money with an international law firm. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it's in your name.
Okay. Okay.
So
And
now,
then,
now let's assume you want to buy a corporation. Let's just assume you want to buy a corporation, right? In India or somewhere else, in United States, in India, wherever you want to buy a corporation, then what I would do is I would call the international law firm and I would say, I have, let's say 500 million with you.
Mhm.
I want you to buy this corporation. You lawyer call the lawyer on the seller side.
Okay.
You lawyer figure out, keyword figure out, because you're paying money for this, how you going to buy that corporation in my name.
Okay.
Now that lawyer has to figure that out. And if they don't know about international wire transfer, my business is open. We're open for business.
Yeah.
But I can help
That's
them
fine.
out, right? But that's how I would do it. So that's my first advice, is to use an international law firm. Now I want to give you a second advice. Can I give a second advice, if I may?
Yeah.
Before I give you the second advice, I have full disclosure. You already know this about me, but I'll say it anyway. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't have licenses, any of these things that I'm about to give you advice on. So I'm only giving it to you for you to consider. What I would do is I would set up a trust.
Yeah.
And the international law firm that you work with, most of them will know how to set up a trust for you. And then I will put the money in the name of the trust.
Okay.
Now I'll tell you why that's important. In case, listen, I was joking about the girlfriend and the wife, but let's just assume you had a girlfriend and a wife found out. And then the wife's attorney tries to come after you now. The money is not in your name. The money is in the name of the trust.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to sue you, God forbid, you don't have any money and it's certainly not in your control. It's hard for people to come after you and your money. And if you put it in a trust in an attorney's account, there's a lot of benefits for you that insurance policies cannot buy. And listen, the lawyers, there are ones that are, they can't, I don't even know how they even graduate from school. And then the ones that think and they're smart. Most importantly, you want to get a lawyer who knows what a private placement program is, because then they're not stopping you. You know what I mean? They understand what these things are about and they know how to support you and legally represent you.
Yes.
And if you're looking for a few recommendations, I can certainly introduce you confidentiality in a confidence way on ones that you can talk to and you can interview them and see who you like. And like that, and then you can take the lawyer's escrow account information, and then when you're ready to go into a platform, you put the lawyer's escrow account information, and now the lawyer has to represent you, and the lawyer knows money is going to come and out, and they're responsible for the money. And you want to pick a law firm that's already doing hundreds of millions of dollars in hundreds of millions of dollars of US dollars.
Okay.
Not rupees, something like that, in transactions. So money doesn't get stopped somewhere for you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. That can't we make our own escrow accounts and then after we can do this thing?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
Okay.
So can I stop the recording part of this conversation on how to move money in and out of India in a private placement platform?
Yeah, you can. Please.
Awesome. Give me 1 second.